I never quite realized as a child when that song came out that Bustin' Makes Me Feel Good could even remotely have any kind of sexual undertone or overtone.
It's going by me now. I don't even know what you're talking about. I am an innocent in the woods. Explain that to me later.
I'll explain it to you later, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, I get it.
Oh yeah, yeah, that checks out.
And you know what? I agree.
Makes me feel pretty good.
Yeah, put that on TikTok.
We're the Ghostbusters. Can I tell you something else?
What?
Buster makes me feel good. It makes me feel good.
Let's get into it, Paul. Congratulations on Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Just because we go way back, I'm not going to start with a softball. I'm going to go right for the jugular.
Oh, God.
If there is something strange happening, God forbid, in my neighborhood, is there anybody you would recommend that I call?
There's something strange in your neighborhood.
Yes,
neighborhood, and I'm assuming things don't look good.
Things are not looking great. No, things are no.
Well, I mean, I would suggest your city comptroller would not be. It's not a bad way to go.
Right.
You really want to get granular.
Yeah, yeah.
I think comptroller, only because I know that they do stuff, but I'm still a little sketchy on what a comptroller does.
They're controlling the comps.
Yeah. You know what? You can't spell comptroller out. Control.
Are you good? Should I call you? Are you, Paul, good in an emergency situation? Something is a little weird. In an emergency, do you rise to the occasion?
I think it depends on what the emergency is.
Okay.
I think I'm pretty good in some emergencies. Like if you need to, say you're in a real bind because the remote on your television is not, like the batteries are maybe dead, but you don't have any double A's in any drawers, or like you're out of batteries. I'm pretty good at finding AA batteries. I'll find another thing that requires batteries that's in the house that you don't use that much, that you could at least, even if it's temporary, switch out the batteries. That kind of emergency I'm pretty good at. If you have a lot of weird ingredients and you're starving and you're like, I want to make something, I'm hungry, but nothing here looks good. I can sometimes, you give me a little cinnamon, a little sugar, something that's bready. I can make you a real snack. If you got butter?
I have butter, yeah.
I'm pretty good at cobbling together treats.
Yeah, so true crises, like the serious.
Yeah, exactly. The true crises.
Crisi.
True Chrysler.
By making films that that deal with the paranormal, the afterlife, do you ever worry that you are angering spirits that will haunt you for all eternity?
Yeah. Like if they're gonna be clinging to me in any way and just bringing me down, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, I've seen too many movies, but I don't want to get on any spirit's bad side.
Yeah.
I honor the spirit.
Right.
And I say, please do not haunt me.
just begging, please. I have to say, I like the subtitle Frozen Empire a lot.
Yeah?
I do, and I feel like it could improve any film title. I mean, look at your own works. An Anchorman : Frozen Empire invites questions. What is that?
Yeah, what would the Frozen Empire be? Well, that sounds like a big news story. And so Anchorman, yeah, it does make sense. What are some others?
A 40-year-old virgin, Frozen Empire?
That does also make sense, actually. Yeah.
Like the area is right?
I think Steve Carell would say, thank you for calling it an empire.
Would Perks of Being a Wallflower Frozen Empire make any sense in any context?
That's really layered. I think it could in some way. You really have to think about it though. That's tough. That's a tough one.
Are you aware, in all seriousness, of the love out there for that film? Especially like the MTV audience, I feel like really loves that film. Does that come up often? Do people ever quote that film to you?
Not very often, no, but I am aware of the love of the book. I mean, I think that people who like that are pretty passionate about it, but it doesn't come up all that often for me. But I'm happy to hear that story, and certainly that book and the movie too resonate with people.
You don't hear "We accept the love we deserve" quoted to you on the street?
Not as much as "Slap the Bass."
Is that a daily occurrence still? Is it still as strong as ever?
It used to be. It's really died down now, but occasionally.
How do you respond? Do you engage or do you run in the other direction?
And normally I'm like, oh yeah, that's my response generally.
That's the one.
Like, oh, thank you. Yep.
Is there ever, like, what's the most obscure references people quote to you or reference to you? Do they ever, like, confuse you by what they're referencing in your own work?
I suppose probably that "Slap the Bass" is the most, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes people have quoted a line from a movie at me, and I don't know if they ever realized that it's like that's not me, and I didn't say that in any movie, or maybe they're just saying something random to me, and I'm not picking it up.
Right. It's a you problem, not a them problem.
Yeah, but you know, "Accept the love we deserve," I don't think anyone's ever quoted that line to me ever.
Oh my God. Okay. Next time I see you randomly walking the streets of New York.
You're the first, Josh.
Hey, happy 25th anniversary to one of my favorite photos I've ever seen. Do you remember the MTV Phantom Menace premiere and what thought process went into when you got up in the morning and said, "This is the shirt for this special day"?
I'm gonna wear this shirt with a motorcycle on it.
Yeah.
I didn't have many shirts at the time. It's a great question because that's a pretty rough shirt. That you know, it was like it was a real big time for irony.
Right.
Not irony, because even though you could see that shirt was not ironed, I think I probably wore that shirt because why not? It's dumb enough that just a giant shirt with a motorcycle on it. That's funny.
I also like this. You're talking to a Queen Amidala right there. Let her know what that moment was.
Yeah, I think that there. I think I remember vividly thinking like they wanted to take a picture, and it was just the two of us, and I recognized how weird of a picture that was, just out of context. That I think I would look over at her and just kind of. I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah.
Just looking at her.
Yeah.
I was at that thing with Adam Scott. We went together.
Amazing. The guest list on it, if you look at it, it's everybody from George Lucas, of course, to Hanson. So I don't, that's...
Hanson was there.
Yep.
Hanson was at that thing. I want to say the guy from Third Eye Blind brought his dog, which I thought was really inappropriate. You're at Skywalker Ranch.
That's inappropriate? Show some respect.
You know what? You're right. I mean, that's really the pot calling the kettle black, isn't it? One of the things that I do was Adam and I were like kind of off into like some part that no one was kind of around. It was like we couldn't believe we were at Skywalker Ranch. Couldn't believe we got an invitation to this thing to see the new Star Wars movie. But there was like an espresso machine or some kind of machine, and Adam's like, I think I'm gonna see if I can try and make an espresso. Like, I don't know if that's we're allowed to do that, but we're like, okay. And then Adam's like trying to futz with it, and then George Lucas just walked by, and we both froze, like a frozen empire.
There it is.
And then he just looked at us and then just kind of went, and kept walking.
I wonder if that's why you're not in a Star Wars movie, because George Lucas saw you futzing with...
Like, that's the guy that was using the espresso machine without asking.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you, it was not me. It was Adam Scott.
Thankfully, we've set the record straight. Yes? You have a follow-up?
No, maybe he never asked me in the Star Wars movie because he got a load of that shirt. He was like, there's no way.
That is continuity.
Sorry, Josh. I didn't mean to, with my expression, interrupt your story.
I'm very receptive. I'm in the moment, always.
You are. Even it doesn't matter that we're Zooming. You're picking up all of my cues. Thank you.
I have to say, I never knew what pure joy looked like until recently when I saw you on the field, post-Super Bowl win, embracing Travis Kelce. Put me in your brain right there. Do you feel like you contributed to the win? Were you losing your mind? What was going on?
If I did help the win at all, it was because I didn't mess with, all of the things that I had said around because I'm superstitious and I think the collective superstitions of all fans probably helped contribute to that win. But, I'm a big fan of that team and I have been my whole life. And look, Travis Kelce is the greatest guy. I mean, he really is. He's been involved with a charity of ours in Kansas City for years and years. I mean, you know, look, you could tell that guy's awesome. And so when they won, it was pure elation. I mean, it really is truly the greatest feeling. And I was there with my kid, and he's feeling the same way. And so to share that with him, and then to just get to hug Travis Kelce right after a Super Bowl win, this makes no sense. It's unreal.
This shouldn't surprise me, nor should it surprise the internet, but I positively loved seeing you and Jack, your son, being interviewed, and hearing the voice that comes out of your son's mouth. It's Paul. It's literally your voice, the inflections, everything I've known about you the last 15, 20 years. What is it like in your house talking to yourself, hearing yourself come out of...
I don't hear it.
You don't?
I don't hear it.
Seriously?
No, not really. Not really. I mean, I don't know what my own voice sounds like.
It sounds like your son, just so you know.
You hear your own voice sometimes, like, you know, it's recorded or something, and you just go, ooh, I sound like that?
Right.
I mean, I've gotten past it a little bit because I've heard my voice now enough, but when I hear it in him, no, not so much. I mean, I know other people have said it. My wife has said it.
I will say, I think he's a leading contender to play Paul Rudd in the inevitable Paul Rudd biopic, which of course will be called
Frozen Empire.
There it is.
I jumped on your punchline. God dang it, I'm so sorry.
It's your day. I was queuing it up for you. You did it. 5 stars.
I jumped. You know what? Let's take it back to football. For all of you that watched the Combine, which I'm sure is everyone.
Right.
When you're doing a 40-yard dash and then you go too soon and they have to blow the whistle, and that's what I did. I jumped the line on that. I just
it's okay.
flinched. I went too soon.
Again, the cues. We're just reading each other too well. Speaking of Travis, I know you're something of a Swiftie. Are you a Swiftie, or is that through proxy, through your kids?
No, I think she's really very good. I think she's great.
Do you sing along with the songs? You went to the Eras tour. Are you singing?
So, yeah, I am on a lot of those.
Which one comes on, and are you like, I can't stop myself?
I really like Mastermind. I sing along with that one. What? Cruel Summer. Sure. Like everybody else, right?
Right. You're an emotional man.
The Archer, maybe.
Yeah. What just happened with your lip just there?
August,
Yep.
maybe.
Yep.
I'm just going through the A's now.
Fair enough. What is on the playlist right now? Are you still listening to like the stuff you were listening to 20 years ago, or are the kids keeping you updated to the new stuff?
I'm not really up to. I mean, what am I listening to now? Right now, I've been listening to a guy named Steven Wilson, who's like a country artist and amazing. No, I listen to stuff from a long time ago. I listen to stuff from like my parents would listen to. I'm not hip. I'm out of what's cool, and not by choice. It's just because I'm old.
But you're working with all these kids that like I feel like Finn Wolfhard has better pop culture taste than you and I put together. Like he's very sophisticated.
I think you're absolutely right.
Has he tried to turn you on to anything, or no? Are you a lost cause?
No, we talk about music. I mean, Finn's a musician, so
Right.
As well. So I mean, I think that we talk about music. I still, do listen to some things that are new.
Not totally irrelevant, guys.
I've never really been tapped into what's
Right.
what everyone's listening to anyway. Like even back in the day.
I do have good news for you. Some of this interview will be appearing on MTV's TikTok, and I know you like to be on TikTok. You probably feel at home.
I live on it.
Is there anything you want to say to the MTV TikTokers watching right now about their generation that you do or don't understand?
I wouldn't even know how to do it. It would be a long list. I don't understand most things. I really don't. I live my life like someone's grandfather. I'm not on TikTok. I don't have anything. I'm not on any social media. My favorite show is about antique appraisals. If I can sit with a crossword puzzle, you're looking at a happy man.
Wow.
I'm reading, the book I'm reading right now is about the building of the Brooklyn Bridge. I mean, it's like there's nothing in me says of the moment. Nothing's particularly hip.
Agree to disagree. You just worked with Jenna Ortega. Did she just look at you and shake her head as the embodiment of everything Gen Z? Like, You're dead to me, old man.
Oh, she's so cool. She is so cool. By the way, I feel like Jenna Ortega is living in a different time anyway. I mean, she's a very deep, an old soul, and the music. She's like, her musical knowledge is vast, and she goes back to, you know, bands like the amazing Blondell from like the '60s. She'll listen to King Crimson. She'll go prog. She'll go country. She'll go old school, she'll go new, things like she's on it. So, you know, she's a good resource to have. It's like, Jenna, what should I be listening to now?
You should drop that comptroller reference with her. She would appreciate your comptroller jokes.
She would tell you what a comptroller, not only would she tell you what a comptroller does and what the responsibilities of a comptroller are, she would tell you who our current comptroller is.
Very wise.
And I'm lost on all.
I'll end with this. I began with a hard one. I'm going to end really tough. How does bustin' make you feel generally?
Pretty good.
Yeah. There it is.
In fact, I could see that on a bumper sticker. Bustin' makes me feel pretty good. I never quite realized as a child when that song came out that bustin' makes me feel good could even remotely have any kind of sexual undertone or overtone.
Going by me now. I don't even know what you're talking about. I am an innocent in the woods. Explain that to me later.
I'll explain it to you later, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, I get it.
Oh yeah, yeah, that checks out.
And you know what? I agree.
Makes me feel pretty good.
Yeah, put that on TikTok.